Alright, hello and welcome to the 4th Debris Regional Reassembly Tournament. We are doing the playoffs today. We've got 4 alliances selected on Discord. We've got Skywalker's Alliance, containing Skywalker, Naked Singularity, and Johansson. We've got Solo's Alliance, containing Solo, Shovelhawk, and Tripod. And we've got Thumper's Alliance, containing Thumper, Carrier of the North, and Rook XL. And we've got Carrier of the South's Alliance, containing Carrier of the South, Lance Frigate Mark V, and Cargo Hawk. And also Splinter. Maybe? You can go for it if you would like, but I don't know. I'm already recording. Anyway, okay, let's begin the tournament. That's gonna be an awesome start on the VOD. Alright, pause. Okay, so let's just think about what's going to happen here. So on Thumper's Alliance, this is what Duke Slayer selected. So currently, it's got Thumper, which is a big Sentinel brawler with a huge amount of mass. We've got Rook XL, which also has a huge amount of mass. Well, mass and health, right, for both of these things. And they both have some pretty powerful weapons. And then we have a nice kiter that will just sit back and score hits with a massive torpedo array. So let's see what happens. I think, yeah, so what I think is going to happen is that Thumper and Rook are going to go in and just brawl it out, and then Carrier of the North will just fire missiles until he demises. Fire torpedoes until the enemy is destroyed. So that seems like a pretty solid alliance combination. So let's take a look at the next alliance. Carrier of the South Alliance. Mons, it is a bracket, yeah. Alright. Carrier of the South Alliance contains 3 ships. We've got Carrier of the South, we've got Cargo Hawk, and we've got Lance Frigate. So, Cargo Hawk, nope, this is not Cargo Hawk. What do you call it? Carrier of the South, of course. Carrier of the South is a pretty toasty kiter, just like Carrier of the North on the other alliance, and does a pretty good job with a distraction. And this ship right here provides an excellent distraction. It will go. This is like a very fast ship. It goes in and out of range, at least a lot of the time when I look at the matches, and I think it'll also do a good job taking out kiters if there's any kiters on the enemy alliance. So I don't know. I think this will be pretty interesting. And of course, Cargo Hawk will provide some significant drone support with all those drones, as well as some missiles if ships get a little bit too close. So let's see what happens in the first round of the playoffs. All right, Lance Frigate flies in. Torpedoes come off Carrier of the South and hit Rook. Rook is being hammered by some torpedoes, while Lance Frigate is being an excellent distraction for all 3 members of Thumper's Alliance. Ooh, it's going after the Carrier of the North. Okay, well, my controller just unplugged. That's awesome. Yeah, look at that. The distraction is simply too much for Thumper's Alliance. Not even the Obliterator hit that time, and Rook is just destroyed by all of the. Look at all of those launchables from Carrier of the South Alliance. If the Obliterator can hit this ship, though, then I think it could be dead. But there's a blind spot for the Obliterator, so but it still gets hit every once in a while. What's going over here with Carrier of the North? It's getting hammered. My goodness, that's a lot of launchables. And there's too much point defense in the enemy alliance, and they can't really get through to any of it. While Carrier orders, Lance Frigate does a nice job distracting. Who died there? That was Carrier of the North. Interesting. This is cool. Torpedoes going for Thumper. Thumper's the last ship left on his alliance. But he's got a lot of health compared to. I think he's way more health compared to the other members of its alliance. But I'm not sure. Torpedoes are just being. Dude, this ship is relentless. Look at them all. Those torpedoes are inevitable, and they're pretty accurate too. especially with such a slow ship as Thumper. And dude, this ship, Lance Frigate, Owl, your AI is doing a great job distracting. I mean, there's no kiters on this side. Uh-oh. Just got hit by an obliterator a couple times. More than a couple times. But it's been doing a great job distracting so far. Which is a great job, which is a pretty good thing for its alliance. And Thumper hangs on to life. I don't think any of its weapons are still there. It's only got four of those, what's it called, annihilators. And there we go. Carrier of the South's alliance wins the first round. Would you look at that? And then I press enter. The next round, let's see what different things happen. Carrier of the North is now positioned a little bit farther out, but it still gets immediately targeted by Lance Frigate, and Lance Frigate continues to distract. But this time, he's leading the heavier ships to much closer to the two kiters on the alliance. Yeah, much closer, and this could go differently. Though these ships are fast enough, I think, to get out of the range of Thumper and Rook. Yeah, and look at all those launchables. That is brutal. Yeah, your ship is like skirmishing properly. Owl. Is that what your goal was when you made it? And yeah, there goes Carrier of the North. But Thumper now is no longer distracted by Lance Frigate and can rush, or not. I guess he'll just sit there. It's lost thrusters on one side, and I think it's lost thrusters on the other side as well, so it can't really move at all. It can only turn. And well, I think that marks its end. It got cut in half. But Rook is still here and provides some point defense support. But there it goes. Thumper is destroyed. I don't see how Rook can take this by itself. All those torpedoes are pretty brutal, as well as all the other weapons. Dude, Carrier of the South is brutal. It gets locked in pretty easily and will strafe perfectly with the enemy ship, which is a pretty good thing. And would you look at that? Carrier of the South Alliance wins in 2 matches. Oh hey Alex. Alright, yeah. Carrier of the South Alliance wins the first match. I thought that was going to go completely differently, but it didn't. That's a pretty good alliance composition you got there, Extra. Owl has served you well, and the distraction is pretty perfect. Nice. Alright, now this is a cool one. This does not go well for Imperiex because he owns both of these alliances. I'm going to wait a little bit longer just so that you don't get bounced by the arena border. Alright, so on Solo's alliance, Solo is our second alliance, headed by our captain, Imperiex, with this ship, which has a lot of that. Anyway, this alliance has got 2 ships that are excellent brawlers. They've got ridiculous amounts of armor. This is a huge amount of health. This has a huge amount of health. But, and yeah, any ship that gets within close range of these weapons or these weapons, it's not good for them. They'll perish or do other stuff. And yes, it is Splinter. I thought it kind of fit well. Anyway, so right here, this ship right here has all their weapons bound to auto fire, and that means that ships like kiters and stuff may get too close and just instantly die, which could die, which would be bad for its alliance. Right? if we remember that during the qualifications, Tripod would get too close to this ship and then it would instantly be destroyed because it doesn't really think that this ship has any weapons. But that will serve this alliance pretty well. And yeah. So I guess what I'm thinking is going to happen with this alliance is that these 2 ships, the 2 brawlers, are going to go in and just be big tanks, and then Tripod is going to sit back and fire that. So let's see what happens. Anyway, and then we have Skywalker's alliance. This is our top ranked alliance. It contains the ship that cannot lose a match because it just cannot lose a match. Name 1 match he's lost. I'll wait. Cannot lose. But Skywalker's alliance contains Skywalker, who has a glorious lightsaber, And we have, of course, this ship, Naked Singularity, that's what it was called. And so we've got a lot of DPS on this alliance. This ship is incredibly fast. It can run down any kiter. This is perhaps like the fastest ship in the tournament. It's a fantastic rusher. It can take out pretty much all the kiters in the tournament relatively easily, as long as it doesn't like decide to die in the process. And he can also burn through brawlers pretty easily as well. So right, I guess what I think is going to happen is that Johansson is going to go in and just fly around the enemy and be a nice distraction, while the other two ships on the alliance, well, wait, no, just Skywalker comes in from the back while they're distracted and just burns through their hull instantly. And this ship will probably just clean up anything that isn't taken up by the other two ships. So yeah. Anyway, let's see what happens with the second match of the playoffs. Alright, oh, it charges in, Singularity charges in and rips the rips Tripod to shreds before being destroyed trying to burn through the hull of Solo. Ooh, would you look at that? Why isn't it firing? But it was, that little AI glitch was just enough for Skywalker to take out the heart of what do you call it? It's a Shovelhawk. Now just Johansson's being a nice distraction, while Skywalker burned through the triple stacked farmer armor, and that's a pretty convincing round one for Skywalker. Would you look at that? All right, that's the first round here. Let's see what the next round looks like. This time the red is way in front. That's not a good place for it to be, but it might be a good place for it to be, but it also might not be a good place for it to be. Here's a duel of Imperial X's ships, and the red charges into Shovelhawk. It burns away that hole so incredibly fast. Oh, it looks like whatever it's called, Skywalker just managed to take out, managed to cut right through Solo. And also Shovelhawk is spread firing because the ship's too fast, because Singularity is too fast, which hurt it a lot, but it still got the kill. Johansson is continuing to skirmish with Tripod. Tripod's been getting some shots off on Johansson. That's impossible, that can't happen. Now Skywalker is beginning to get within range of Shovelhawk, but Shovelhawk has cut through the hole and the AI is freaking out. And there goes Skywalker. Interesting. My controller, don't unplug. No. Okay. Come on, controller, dude. That sucks. Tripod continues to fire. Fire with its hyperstacked array. Ooh, torpedo hit from Johansson takes out Tripod. Now I tested this before. I have run the match of Johansson against Shovelhawk before, and it doesn't really go well for Shovelhawk. This is one of the target ships that I tested against. But it does use some auto-fire shenanigans, and that might, as a result, hinder my performance. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time. This is the perfect time for auto camera. Oh yeah, that's right, it uses longbows. I'm always going to get those weapons confused, longbow versus railgun, because they look exactly the same. But yeah, Skywalker's Alliance takes that match. Well, there you go. I love how Shovelhawk just explodes. It just turns into a big pile of dust. Pretty nice. Anyway, let's see what the final match... No, that's not the final match. Okay. Well, there you go. Skywalker's Alliance wins that round. Wins that match. Alright. Now let's see what happens here. We met both of the alliances. So Thumper Alliance against Solo's Alliance. So we kind of got the same formula here. So let's just see what happens, right? We've got a couple of tanks on both alliances that are going to go in while the kiter goes around. But in this case, Tripod is way better at staying in a closer range and therefore might be a better distraction, which could be good or bad. While Carrier of the North is much better at sitting back and doing stuff. So that is what, this is ridiculous. You see how close Carrier of the North is getting to Skywalker? I mean, you got him. My goodness, that's a lot of damage. But you see how close he's getting? That's because he thinks that the ship has no DPS, and as a result is just gonna die. Like, that's just not correct. And that's what we're gonna be fixing next tournament. Anyway, Tripod is doing a good job with his longbows. They fire pretty fast. Cutting into the hull, cutting into the backside, but he's a little bit off, which isn't ideal. Oh, looks like Rook got Shovelhawk. Maybe Carrier of the North helped that. Oh, but there, Tripod just got Thumper, but looks like Carrier of the North finished him off. Cool, cool. Alright. Pretty nice. That's the first round. Let's see what the next round looks like. Alright. Torpedoes go for Shovelhawk. That's a big dent in the armor. Hopefully the rest of the lines can capitalize on that. Oh, Tripod's getting too close to Thumper. That's more the AI thing. Oh, but looks like Solo just got a perfect shot to the back. Look at that. Now Rook is standing there. He's not getting within Bolshevik range, and that could, I feel like, oh my goodness, it goes, okay. That is just ridiculous, dude. That is ridiculous. There's so many heavy turrets on that. Shovelhawk versus the final ship on the Alliance. This ship is only good against Shovelhawk with a distraction, and sadly its distraction has been destroyed. So I think Solo will take this one. Oh, Solo comes in to say hi to steal Shovelhawk's kill. Solo has a much higher DPS, at least with Splash. Well, would you look at that? So Solo's Alliance wins the second round. We'll see what the final round of this match is. Torpedoes go for Shovelhawk. Make a dent in the armor, but I don't think any ships are going to capitalize on that. Two ships going directly for Solo. Oh, looks like the distraction's working, but yeah, oh, it just dies instantly. That's so ridiculous. Oh, but looks like Thumper was capitalized on what happened there. Would you look at that? Tripod is firing some longbows. Those are long-range cannons. And Thumper turned out of the way just in time, though. And now it looks like the design of the recessed core is helping out against Shovelhawk. But it looks like Shovelhawk has switched targets to Carrier of the North, and that might not be a good idea. Or not. It's exposing its weak side to the splash of the Sentinels. This isn't good either. Or is it? I don't know. I don't know. Look at that. Yeah, it's getting out range, but would you look at the torpedoes go right around the condenser fire and take out the core because they don't care about what, quintuple stacked armor. And there it goes. Was that torpedoes? That's pretty toasty. Wonderful. Thumper's Alliance takes that match. Looks like Solo's Alliance is out. That's the first Alliance that is out. I expect that to go a little differently. My controller's unplugged. That's so cool. Would you look at that? I don't know how that happened. I feel like that could have gone either way. But it didn't. Would you look at that? Congratulations, Thumper, for winning against the second-ranked competitor. And, oh, Tripod got killed by a bunch of torpedoes from Carrier of the North. Carrier of the North is a pretty good ship. This is a good ship. But Thumper's Alliance takes the match. The remains of Tripod. Wonderful. Alright, let's see what the next match is. Alright, Skywalker versus Carrier of the South. Alright, what's gonna happen here, right? So this alliance has got a wonderful rusher coupled with a pretty good skirmisher and this bad boy. So, and this guy has got a different formula, right? So I think Skywalker will do a great job taking out Owl Feathers, and that might just not bode well for Carrier of the South's lines. Yeah, as you can see, it's barreling in the wrong direction. Oh, it just got hit by Johansson's torpedo. That was pretty unlucky. He gets out of there, though. And as a result, while he distracts the the Singularity, it looks like, no, I don't know, there's too much stuff is happening that I can announce in time. The cargo is working against what's it called? Naked Singularity. You see it? It's not firing at all. But then again, it loses a lot of armor in the process. Look at that. It's exposing its backside to one of its sides to Johansson. Johansson executes, switches targets, does something weird, throws his alliance partner off course. Johansson wins again. Okay. Oh, but now here we go. Skywalker versus our little skirmisher on Carrier of the South Alliance. That doesn't seem very good. Doesn't seem very good for it, but it looks like it's already focusing lasers on that other ship. Dude, if Carrier of the South can take out... It has the ability to take out Skywalker, but Skywalker already took out the distraction that was preventing it from targeting the ship. The Carriers work wonders with distractions, but are not the best solo ships, especially against a ship like this, my goodness. Johansson firing some rockets. And Skywalker's Alliance wins round 1. With all 3 ships still on it. Interesting. Let's see what happens next round. Bunch of torpedoes going for Johansson, but they miss. Bunch of missiles going for the Naked Singularity, but they hit and are point defended against though. And looks like the skirmisher distraction, the Lance frigate has already been taken out by Skywalker. The Naked Singularity goes after Cargo Hawk. Cargo Hawk attempts to retreat and use the power of cargo to keep itself alive for a little bit longer, but it's not going to work for much longer because when he moves backward, the armor is just going to move out of the way. As you can see, all of his shipping containers are falling out, and there goes cargo. No, it's still alive. But there it goes. And oh, Skywalker had taken out Carrier of the South already. But there we go. Skywalker and his alliance is pretty brutal so far. It's fast. These ships are pretty fast in terms of ability to get their damage out. And yeah, AI thinks this is 0 DPS. Because although this ship has a scattergun right here, I checked it, it's bound to autofire. So that means that it still doesn't think this ship has any DPS. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, Skywalker's Alliance wins the match. Sorry, Excerpt's Alliance, you had a good match against Thumper, but looks like Skywalker just out AI'd you. Anyway, let's see what happens here, if you can prove your worth. Again, Excerpt. Torpedoes taking out the Obliterator. No, not taking out the Obliterator, but almost doing so. Torpedoes going for the backside of Thumper, because Thumper has been turned around in a beautiful way by Lance Frigate. Lance Frigate is a great ship against these others. But you don't want to sit there. You don't want to do that. Thumper does not have 0 DPS. Ooh, missiles from Cargo Hawk and drones from both. Yeah, drones from Cargo Hawk as well. Not doing too well for your Carrier of the North. Rook and Thumper have got to stick together for this to work. But it looks like they're just being drawn apart by Lance Frigate. Whew. Missiles from Carrier of the South are doing a good job. Now here we go, here's a standoff. Oh, but looks like Cargo Hawk already has something to say about it. Look at that drone halo, it's beautiful. The ring. And Owl attempts to deal some finishing blows of its array of burst lasers. It's a lot. 17,000 damage per discharge, but I mean it takes a while to charge up fully. But looks like Carrier of the South's Alliance wins the first round. Would you look at that? Alright. Well, I think that means Thumper's Alliance is out. No, it doesn't, because there's another round. I totally forgot about that. That's so cool. Let's see what happens this time. Cargo's got some of his armor taken away already. It looks like the distraction is working beautifully, except this time Rook is coming a little bit too close for comfort against Cargo Hawk. Ooh, and looks like Thumper already took out Lance Frigate. I don't know how this is gonna go a lot differently. Thumper's got to get itself in the fight for the Alliance to really follow through. I don't think Rook has the point defense necessary to deal with the ships currently on the Carrier's Alliance. But ooh, Carrier of the North has something to say about it, destroying the other submission by its author. Hitting it from the back with a load of drones and a load of a torpedo array. Ooh, here we go. Now we get Mario Kart music. Heck yeah. Trying to save its friend from being swiped by some torpedoes from the back, while they're both still distracted by the 2 tanks on its alliance. Yeah, it does. I don't really see how they're making good progress on Rook though. Oh, here comes Thumper. Perfect rotation. Thumper's trying to get some of its cargo back, but sorry, Cargo Hawk's trying to get some of its cargo back, but it doesn't really look like it can regenerate in that time. Rook is regenerating though. Oh, who is that? That was Cargo Hawk. Cargo Hawk taken out. Yeah, this doesn't bode well for its alliance. Only a couple adapters, or just one block saving X from annihilation. And there we have it. Thumper's Alliance wins the second round. Let's see what the final round of this is. All right, the ship flies in. Attempts to say, "Oh, this ship has no DPS," but still manages to turn Thumper around. Uh-oh. But it isn't moving forward. And the Obliterator fires again and again. Oh, but looks like my controller unplugged. The other members of the Alliance have almost apprehended Carrier of the North. Eye for an eye. They both die. No, they don't both die. They're gonna forget about it, and he's gonna fully regenerate. I think, at least. Well, Rook struggles to turn to face, oh my goodness. Rook struggles to turn to face Cargo Hawk, while Thumper comes in from the back. Oh, who? Oh, looks like the ship has made Thumper change targets. And Carrier of the North is regenerating again. Wonderful. And there it goes. It punishes Carrier of the South for thinking it wrong. And Rook attempts to finish off Cargo Hawk. Carrier of the South Alliance is running low on points. Well, here's a stalemate. If Thumper could get involved, then it could go faster. Oh, but there we go. Exeter ship. Carrier of the North seals the fate of its best friend. The torpedoes have just gotta hit that one burst and the ship's gone. But looks like Thumper's coming here with his Obliterator, but looks like it evaded, and more fire from Rook. Those are some long-range HC3s. 8 seconds left. Thumper's Alliance wins the match. There we go. looks like Thumper's Alliance moves on to the finals. Those are some pretty... I feel like those matches could have gone either way. I feel like it mostly hinged on my controller unplugged. That sucks. And mostly hinged on the fact... Oh, on the behavior of... sorry, what's it called? Lance Frigate. Lance Frigate, whatever its remains are right now, was very important to the Alliance's success. Utilizing the power of distraction to distract and turn the ships around so that other ships on the Alliance could just pop them. Well, anyway, sadly, X-Strip's Alliance is out, but let's see how the finals go. The finals match, let's see how it does. Alright, I'm gonna pause for a second. Let's go. Johansson goes into closer range than it should, but distracts Thumper a little bit before Thumper can instantly explode right through the hole of oh, Rook's gone now. Before Thumper can instantly take out Singularity. Looks like it already did though. But Rook's gone, and now Skywalker uses the power of its lightsaber to burn through the hole, and there it goes. The power of lasers. Everyone loves lasers, especially when you... And there you go. X-Strip ship is beginning to get cut down the middle because it thinks that this ship has no range. I'm sorry, no damage, no weapons at all. My goodness. This ship ticks me off. Oh, Johansson tries to fire a few missiles and stuff. But Carrier the North, I don't really see how we can deal with anything like this. Time to forbid auto-fire binding. Well, auto-fire binding. Well, you should see what our new rule is going to be. But look at that. Perfect. It's strafing correctly, but yeah, doesn't look like X-Strip can take this one. Johansson executes the last minute. But Skywalker's Alliance takes the first round. Let's see what the final round of the tournament will be. Well, not the final, but potentially the final. Rook fights Singularity head-on and is distracted by Johansson, and looks like Singularity takes it out. And this, we've already seen this duel before. This does not go well for Thumper. Did it run out of energy or something? I just pause for a second. Oh, and there goes Singularity. I think it was taken out by Carrier of the North. But there's only one ship left in the Alliance now, and that's Carrier of the North, and we've seen that before. No drones can do anything to this farmer ship because of its ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But ooh, X-Strip took out a lot of its lasers. But I don't think he took out enough. Could it have? It got through the armor hole. Ooh. Johansson has something to say about that though. Johansson is kind of locked in, using its antimatter cannon passive trigger to deal with the enemy. And while Skywalker with a few extra lasers comes in. But looks like, yeah. Looks like Thumper's Alliance is going to lose on points. I don't really see how they can bring this one back, but X-Strip is regenerating more than I would think he would be. Move forward. Oh, is it difficult for you to regenerate thrusters? It is, isn't it? It is. Something's wrong with our main weapon system, sir. Then Johansson comes in with a New York accent and says, "Don't worry." But yeah, would you look at that? Skywalker's Alliance wins the tournament. I thought those matches would be closer, but Skywalker just pretty much swept the tournament. But there you go. that ends Debris Regional Reassembly Tournament number 4. Congratulations to our 3 Alliance members. You're still regenerating. Our 3 Alliance members, Shovelhawk. Nope, that's not Shovelhawk. Skywalker, Johansson, and Naked Singularity for winning the tournament. Oh, I just missed that again. But I'll post that picture of the bracket on Discord. But yeah, they win. That's pretty cool. That was pretty fun. Well, anyway, first of all, congratulations again, and thank you to everyone who submitted, because it has been quite the tournament so far. And thanks to Duke for hosting the qualifications with me. Yeah, see you guys later.